business owners, entrepreneurs, I need you guys to listen really quickly. I'm going to help you out this week. Quick question for you. Have you ever struggled with going live on Facebook? Well, guess what? Join the club. Most of us have. On today's edition, I'm going to give you guys 5 tips really, to follow before, during, and after your broadcast. What's going on, everybody? Glenn P. Brooks Jr. here. Super excited to be back for another edition of Building, Bootstrapping Your Business and Ministry. And one of the things that I want you guys to really get is you and I have all been in the same boat. If you have been particularly interested in growing your business or your ministry using Facebook Lives, but not really certain on how it works or the best ways to leverage it. I remember when Facebook Live first came on the scene, and it's been 5 years now that we've been in full-time business. And I remember thinking, oh man, this one is going to be a game changer, because I am an extrovert. And even for my introverts, when you know what to do before the broadcast, during the broadcast, or after the broadcast, it changes everything when it comes to getting traction on Facebook. And so I want you to take a listen. I'm going to allow you guys to come inside of a closed Zoom room environment where I get to add value to the entrepreneurs who come through the M.A.P.S Master Class. Every single Wednesday, we do what we call We All Need Some Help Wednesday. It's a live opportunity for me to do a Q&A. I generally have some content I'm producing for them, and then we'll do some Q&A around that. And this was the subject one week. So I want you to take a listen. We're going to come right back at the end, and I'll tell you a little bit more about who we are, what we do, why we do it, and who we do it for. For right now, I want you to check this out. We're talking about Facebook Live tips and that you need to know before you go live, during your live, and after your live. Number one, when it comes to Facebook, I need you to always remember, before I ever show up, I need to tell people I'm going to show up. That's a strategy to promote the live. If you've ever noticed, even when I do lives within our private group, I promote it. I'll start 2 days out, 3 days out, talking about We All Need Some Help Wednesday, Lunch and Learn. Well, I'm talking about that on Monday. Here's what I understand about the algorithm. The truth of the matter is that if I can get you to engage a promo of something that's happening 2 days from now, all I need to do is just continue to engage that particular feed, and it will promote it. It will cause the algorithm to keep sharing it to more and more people. So if you're on your live, Keith, and you're on your, if you're going to go live on Tuesday, let's say it's some lunch and learn, or if it's some event or something you want to do, I want you to refrain from just popping on. I want you to systematically say, I am going to go live 3 days a week on these days at these times, and I'm going to promote them. What will happen is that once you begin to develop a rhythm and a flow, people will come to know that, no, he's getting ready. Oh, that reminds me. Let me share it. You got to remember that whenever somebody hits your timeline, it repurposes it kind of reignites everything. So now people who don't go to Facebook very often, they then get reminded that you're going to do something on this day. It's not until you're uber famous that you can just pop on and people will just begin to populate. While I'm here, do me a huge favor, and we're going to get into this. Don't wait for people to show up. Just start talking. Cut that out. First of all, you're not that famous. It sounds very egotistical. Well, I'm going to just wait for a couple more people to jump on. I'm going to just wait for a couple more people to join the room. You know why? Because the replayer is live. When I watch you in replay, Nick, I'm live right now. So I am listening to you say, I'm going to wait for somebody in the room. How disrespectful is that? Bro, I'm here. I'm like, don't you see? I'm here. And then I realize, oh, I'm on replay. They can't see me. But what it does is it makes me want to skip through and skip past what it is that you have to say. So instead, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that in the second point. The first point, what's up, CJ? It's good to see you, brother. We're talking about 5 things that you need to know before, during, or after your Facebook Live. Number one, we said, I want you to promote that on the existing platform. So if you're going to go live on Facebook, promote that you're going to go live on Facebook. It's cool for you to do that on other mediums to drive them to your Facebook page, but what you absolutely have to do is you have to make sure that you do it on live. So if I'm going to go live for We All Need Some Help Wednesday, I'm going to start talking about that on Monday, because I'm not going to assume that you're going to get that message in time, and I want to tease it out. So when I talk about it early, I may ask a question. What are some of the things that you go through in this specific area? Drop it in the chat. I'm asking them in a post on Monday, what are they going through about something I'm going to talk about on Wednesday? So that now when they engage that content on Monday, it's going to live Monday. It's going to keep growing on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I will drop on that exact feed something else. It might be a flyer promoting Wednesday, because it's going to repopulate to everybody who's chimed in. That's why it's important for you to get them to engage. So number one, you want to promote your broadcast. Number two, I want you to prepare yourself for distractions. Put that in the chat. Prepare yourself for distractions so that you can eliminate them. Guys, before you broadcast your video, please take some time to prepare. If I were to turn my camera around, you could see the level of preparation that I go through just to have a talk with you guys. It's a real prep time so that I eliminate distractions. Because here's the other thing. If I'm going live for a lunch and learn, it better not turn into a dinner and learn. Hello? Because if I'm not prepared and I'm not structured, then at this particular point, what I've done is I've disrespected your time, and I've told you basically that your time is not valuable. You can leave now. And they do. So I want you to get in and I want you to get out, particularly if there is some structure to the live. Now, some of you guys, your lives may be non-structured. For instance, if DJ Nice goes live playing music, he's just going to play music until he's done. That's a different kind of situation. Does that make sense? He doesn't have a timeline, start and finish. He's just vibing. He understands that his audience is going to come and go. It's cool. But what in most cases, most of us are going live for a period of time. So I want you to prepare yourself. The other thing is make sure, guys, please make sure that you do very simple things like use a tripod. Get away from the whole going live for long periods of time, holding up your device. That's so old. Because after a while, it's going to start shaking. And here's what I can promise you. People will not forgive you for that. If you have a visual that is hard for people to see, and it's elongated, it's for a long period of time, they'll dip out. So make sure you get yourself a tripod, put yourself, hey, listen, before I got to the place I had stuff, that kind of was designed to support stuff, I would build tripods. I'd sit my MacBook up on top of 5 books so that thing could be level. Right now, my camera is eye level to me. If you notice, I often will sit up when I talk. I try my best, and it's a posture thing. You have to train yourself to do it. I never do a live chilling like this, unless that's the brand. Chilling in the Cut is the name of the, like you give us, that's a whole different thing. There's a couple of podcasts out that I was thinking about. Is it Steven Jackson, I think, and your boy Matt Barnes. They have a All That Smoke or something like that. It's about them chilling. And so when you come to their live, the whole thing is about lounging. So that's different. But in most cases, what I want you guys to do is I want you to prepare yourself for the distractions so that you can minimize the unwanted things. The other thing is that I want you to be really mindful of background noise. Anything that is not critical to the forefront. So for instance, here in my office overlooks the Elizabeth River here in Virginia Beach. And it's a bridge. That bridge sometimes, depending on what's traveling over it, can get really loud. And I didn't recognize that, and I'm going to be working on some things to kind of deaden my sound in this room. But the truth of the matter is that I will quickly put myself on mute, particularly if I'm engaging other people, so that you don't hear my background noise. I do that on purpose. I work my mute button like a bad habit. That's why it's often important for you to recognize the kind of microphones you're using and things like that. Some of you guys, the microphone looks cute, but it's not designed for that. When I originally bought this Blue Yeti, it was not designed to be in a scenario where there's a bunch of background noise because it's super sensitive. It was designed for the scenario that I was in prior. So I need you guys to really be conscious of that. And when that's the case, you get people's attention. You got to remember that when you're going live, you only have people's attentions for small bits of time. And I want you to be able to engage them and keep them engaged. Number 3, and then we're going to go back and we're going to pull these parts a little bit. I want you to time your live just right. I need you to time it. Put that in the chat. Number 3 is to time it. There's a reason why I do lunch and learns at 12:30 and not 12 noon. I don't do them at 12 noon. And the reason why is, traditionally speaking, is I know that most of my audience is at work during the day. And what I know about people is that 12 o'clock ain't the time that they're going to get out for lunch. They're thinking about it. They're winding down. They're packing up their stuff. They haven't even gotten their food yet. 12:30 is enough time for you to get away from your desk, get your food, come back to your desk, have a seat with your setup, and then check me out for 20 minutes and then still be ready to go back to work at 1 o'clock. It's done on purpose. It is to optimize the most amount of people who traditionally may move and shake. Now, what I also know is that 12:30 live on the East Coast is 9:30 in the morning on the West Coast. And so the other part of that is that it's the beginning of your workday, and people are likely to jump online because they're trying to get settled. They ain't quite settled by then, especially if you're a 9 to 5er. By 9:30, you just about, so you may turn me on in the background and check that out because you're just getting your day going. The question becomes, where is your audience? When you know your audience and you're consistent, you will always get engagement. So for me, that's where my audience is. I was on a call the other night with someone in the MMC who literally, their audience is up all night. She knows her target audience is up between the hours of 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. in the morning. And so she's getting ready to launch a live that she's going to consistently do at midnight. It's where her audience is. Her job is a job where she's up all night anyway. And so it's easy for her. That is her lunch hour, if you will. And the reason she knows her target audience is because she's been paying attention. So I just need you guys to be super consistent, know your audience, know where they are, and time it just right. Number 4, we're talking about, guys, again, 5 things that you need to know before, during, and after your live. Well, I hope that helped you. This is just part 1. Next week, we're going to get into the balance of this content, guys. But here's what I want you to know. If you want to come and grow with us in the M.A.P.S Master Class, do me a favor, check out the descriptions and the links in the description. And it's going to give you an opportunity to sign up for a free discovery session so that you and I can connect to see if the MMC makes sense for you. But this is where we get a chance to grow entrepreneurs and really help them out. If this content has helped you at all, do me a huge favor. I want you to like it. I want you to share it. I certainly want you to subscribe to the channel, because here's what I know to be true. At the end of the day, we all need some help. Y'all be good. We'll see you in the next episode.